little more of Zoom do's and don'ts and how to maneuver there. But one thing I wrote down for everyone from the last few sessions is look at yourself in the camera right now. See what you see. So sometimes on my desk behind me, it's a bunch of stuff that I've like pushed to the side so I can write, and it's just a pile. So you want to make sure your overall view something appealing. So
Okay.
there used to be two more letters right here, but I accidentally knocked them down. So I have to
Now
put them.
you have to remind us how to do that.
So you can just look at yourself right now. So you can see in the
Yeah.
background what's in the
Yeah.
background. So your background, you want to make it as presentable as possible. Like take out some of the personal things you see. You know, like you have a pile of stuff right here, maybe your scarf because you ran in and jumped. But just check out your current background, like right where you are. You
Okay.
don't have to always have a green screen. You can just use your current background. So this is the background I use for my day job. And then I just have the kids' elf letters behind me. But that's all that people see. So you can angle your camera on your laptop screen or your phone, whatever device you're using to make it so that it's just you and it's concentrated on you and not what's going on behind you or what's behind.
Okay. How can I do that? Because I wanna learn how to do it.
So you can just, so you see right now behind you, I can see the fire hydrant. I can see that picture.
Oh yeah, I'm in the kitchen. I'm in
Yeah.
the dining on the
Sabrina,
table in the kitchen.
you might be talking about the virtual, putting up the virtual background.
Oh, the virtual background. As you're
Mhm.
speaking to Pastor
Yeah.
Latour will talk about that and later on today.
I got a question. Looking at my background, this is what I've been using. Is
Mhm.
this okay?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
then is there enough lighting?
You could be a little brighter.
Okay, so I gotta find some more
So
light.
you can just take a lamp and put
Okay,
it on the table next to you.
okay.
And then so like I have a lamp on my desk. And so when I pull it closer, you can see more of me. But it has a shade on it. If I take the shade off and I put it right next to me, I'd be a little lighter.
And I've got an overhead that I could probably drop down some
Yes.
more. Okay.
Yep. All those things, just so that it's almost like you're in person. Just something to think about as we tag along on this virtual journey. So let me share my screen and just 1 second. I want to make my screen a little bit bigger. All right, so do you guys have questions? Please raise your hand because it's hard to see when you're doing two screens who is asking a question. So just feel free to ask when you have the question. So this is what we're going to talk about: analyzing your Facebook, how to schedule a post, how to boost a post, changing your profile picture and the importance of that, how to secure your account, and how to protect your actual time. So last, well, 2 weeks ago,
What do you mean by protect your time?
so your time is more valuable than anything that you can offer. So when I say that, I mean when so I have a business outside of my day job where I supply a service, so event decor and what have you. I always include my time in whatever I'm doing because without my time, my gift is not effective. So think about your ministry as your gift. Um, and the time that it takes you to prepare, the time it takes you to do your media, the time it takes you to, set up, get ready, all that is part of your day. If you think about it, just as I have to do this sermon or teach this class today, you will knock out all your prep time and all your um, post minute taking and most post that's what I want to use, debriefing. So you'll forget all of that. You want to think about the time leading up to it. And I'm only guessing, like I'm sure you probably pray before, get your notes together, get everything out. That's all a part of this. Because remember, we're not actually going to the physical brick and mortar building. you're doing it from your space. Get your quiet space, because you don't want your grandkids jumping around in the background. So get your quiet space. All of that is part of protecting your time. So I'm doing ministry from, right now, I'm doing it from 6:30 to 8:30. My phone is off. Before we started, I was up here 15 minutes early, getting everything set up, getting my screens together, and being prepared for today. Dorothy, did you hit record? Okay. Getting prepared for this. I prepped all week. So that was more time that I put into my presentation because I wanted it to be effective to the people I'm delivering it to. So it's almost like, I don't know if you guys ever taught school or taught class, that's all the stuff that I used to do to get prepared to teach class. So, is everyone going to be able to understand my lingo? Because I tend to talk medical, and so I usually try to scale it down so that everyone knows what I'm speaking instead of having to guess or Google it. And then get your examples together. Like if I'm telling you to protect your time, I'm going to have examples of how you can protect your time. Scheduling it, thinking about it, put it on your calendar if you have to. Like at this time, I'm going to do from 8 to noon on Fridays. It seems to be like a little slower. So I'm going to do all of my posts for all of my social media between this time for the next week. And then I'm going to do my sermon from 12 to 1. And then I'm going to return these phone calls from 2 to 12. Just think about all of that. And that's protecting your time. And then you got to schedule yourself some you time, because if without that, you will not be effective in what you're trying to accomplish, because you got to think about yourself sometimes. I know most of us are mothers, and it's a selfless job when everyone turns to you for that next thing. Where's my shirt? Okay, first of all, it's not my shirt. So you should know where your shirt is. So things of that nature. So you have to protect your time and think about you, and fathers too. Think about some time. You could have sit in the car and listen to the radio. You know what I mean? Just as long you can go drive to a park, sit in the car, listen to the radio. It's 20 minutes with no one but you and God, just sitting there having a moment. It's hard sometimes, but if you actually schedule it, you will do it. So we talked about that a little bit ahead of time, but that's fine. So when I did a PowerPoint, but I'm actually going to show you in Facebook what I mean. My system's lagging behind here. So let me just make this a little bigger. When I put my presentation mode on, it does something weird. So, oops. So I can't put my presentation on. I don't know what's going on with that, but I'm not going to waste time trying to figure it out. So I'm going to send this presentation that Pastor Lanier and I put together to you guys so that you can do a deeper dive without us. But so when you analyze your page, you can basically see who has looked at your page, how many people have looked at your page, have just did a preview. So a preview is when you're scrolling through Facebook and you see a snippet of what it is. So just as a caveat before we actually go to it, one of the things that I learned is that using your phone to navigate your page is harder than using your computer, because on your phone, a lot of things are hidden because the screen is smaller. But on the desktop or on the laptop, everything is pretty much at view. And it's not because anything's wrong with your phone, it's just, it has to be minimized to fit in the phone view. So to take you to where we are, this is my personal page. So, and my beautiful friend. And if I want to go back to my fan page that I made that day with you guys a couple weeks ago, I can do two things. I can click on my home and it will refresh my page and take me to my shortcuts. Whenever you create a page, it automatically creates a shortcut for you. So here is the page that we made. Well, hello. The page that we made together last time. And I'm gonna click on it and it's gonna think about it. Come on. This is giving me trouble yesterday too. Okay. I think I had dial-up the way it's loading. Jeez. Dun, 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 dun.
So
Oh
to
my
read
God.
up real quick while this is scrolling. Okay, so you said there were, when you go to your Facebook homepage, you said
Mhm.
there's two ways to actually get to your fan page. One was to click on the home. What was the other way to get to it?
I was gonna show you, but it's taking forever. So I'm gonna actually close my browser and start over because it's giving me a little bit of a.
Now, did you say fan, FAN page?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to change
God.
shares because it's killing my back. Just a minute.
Say it again.
She said she had to exchange chairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's getting a different chair.
One moment.
You can go ahead. I'm listening. Just have to protect
Okay,
my
I'm still
my back.
taking sweet time to adjust here.
Okay, now feels better.
So while this is thinking about working, we can talk about this analytic page. So it is on your page under, I think it wants to work now. It is on your page under Insights. So if you click on your page and go under Insights, you'll automatically see this screen. I'm glad I did screenshots so you can actually see it. And it does a summary based on the drop down here. So you can change it to a month, you can change it to 7 days, you can change it to today. It doesn't matter. You drive what you're gonna see here. I'm just trying to pull up my Facebook page. What is going on? Let me stop sharing and restart again. I've literally been using this all day today with zero problems. Well, it's not want to cooperate with me. I'm having a lot of technical difficulties. I'm going to leave and come back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing the funniest thing, Dorothy and Linda. Do you know what this is? This is like garbanzo.
Oh,
When it's green, you usually buy it when it's dry.
okay.
So a Mexican guy gave me, I think it was 2 pounds of green things. So it's inside the thing. And so I'm peeling it while I'm taking classes. And this is the way it looks, green.
Oh,
This is the garbanzo. This is the first time I'm gonna eat that. So
how do they taste?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm gonna have it
Are you
like
supposed
that.
to cook it?
Yeah, I'm gonna cook it. You know,
Okay.
you can make what is
Hum-
it that you like a lot?
Hummus.
Yeah, hummus. But these are not dry. I mean, this is
Hmm.
not dry, so I don't know what I'm gonna make with them. It's an experiment for
Well,
me.
let us know.
Yes.
I
My
want to know.
husband is sleeping. That's why I'm in the kitchen because I don't wanna. He worked last night. Okay. So yeah, nice to do. I love taking classes with Zoom because I can stay with my pajamas and then I pretend that I have a.
Don't tell us what you got on TMI.
No, I'm dressed. I have jeans today.
Oh, okay.
I tell you, it crossed my mind today.
You know what tickles me is that one commercial, you know, when that guy's coming out and talking and he think that, you know, he's on Zoom
Yeah.
or he is on Zoom, but he's in his underwear. I crack up every time I see that commercial.
Ah,
So
So once you are on your page and you've built your page, one, like I was saying before, you can go, usually it lands you on your personal page here. It usually opens up to here, but you can go to your home right here to get to your shortcuts, or it will be over here under your pages. So there's
okay.
two options. And so it will give you a preview of your page on your personal page too. So you'll see what's been going on there too. So to take the page, like I said, go to your shortcuts. And I had to use this view because I don't know what else to do. But under Insights, it shows you the PowerPoint presentation I was trying to show you. It's loading the data. And then here is where you can see how far back, 28 days, today, yesterday, and so forth. It defaults to 7 days, but at the same time, you'll see that. So these are how many people actually clicked on your page and actually looked at your page. Page preview was what we were looking at when I was on my personal page, how you could just see it when you go through your news feed. That means that it was there, but no one actually clicked on to go to your page. So it popped up in their view. How many people liked your page, how many people your page reached. And then you can look at, the different days and how it breaks it down. If you did a story, talk about that later. If you did a story, that's there. Any recommendations that people have made for you. So like they said, oh, go to Dorothy's women's group. It's fun. I enjoyed myself. That's recommendations. You know how when you're going to go to a restaurant and someone says, oh, try this new place. It's really good. This is great. I had the best service here. That's where all that pops up. How many people were engaged in your post. So if you made a post, how many people actually looked at that post, liked it, shared it, what have you. There's a piece of hair in my face. And then your responsiveness, how fast you reply to messages. So if someone said, hey, Dorothy, what time is church? And they sent you a message, and then how fast you actually respond to that message is tracked here. Your video, same thing, how many it is, and then how many new followers you have accumulated in the time that is illustrated here. And then over here is organic or paid. So organic means it just happens with Facebook's algorithm. Paid means you actually did a boost to your page to get your page to more people. So we'll talk about that in just a second. So back to our topics. There is also a way for you to export this data. So as you see, it doesn't go back forever. It's only 28 days. So you can export this data, and if you're good at Excel, you can, not really, you have to be good at it, you can export it, and it opens up really nicely in Excel, and then you can start to track these trends. Maybe on Wednesdays are your high visibility days. And so if you think about it, as like actual storefront business does, their high traffic days are from 5 to 7 on Wednesdays, and then from 8 to noon on Saturday. That's when you make your posts. You want your posts to be visible to the most people at one given time. So you look at your traffic, and that drives you to what day you're going to post and what time you're going to post. So in here, there is, I put all the things I said in the PowerPoint. So then we're going to go to posting.
Doretha, there's one question
Oh,
that says, does this tell viewers by name as they visit page?
no. It just tells the overall group and how they got to your page. So if it was just in the scrolling in their previews, which is over here, it talks about that, but it doesn't go into like who the people were. You could get, now what you can do now when people start what's the word I want to use? Hitting the like and so forth, that's when you can tell who liked the page and things like that. And the people that visit your page the most, they'll become top fans. And it will actually show you, let me see if I have any. I don't have any. Because for this week, your top fans. So to say, yeah, this person liked it this many times and she's always on your page, and it'll just start feeding that information to you. You really can't search for it, unfortunately, but it will start highlighting your fans for you, and showing you who likes your page the most, who's always on your page, and things like that. You can't really pull it out, unfortunately. You'll start to see it as your page owner or the page editor, either one.
So
I would,
excuse me. So the fan page, so a group is something you start and you invite specific people to be a part of the group, but the fan page is more or less out there for any. Do we set it for anybody to be able to get to the fan page, or can
yes,
can it just go to selected people?
When you make a fan page, it's public. So
everybody?
Yeah, it's public. And then your group is where you say, okay, I only want me and Linda and Doretha in this group.
Okay.
So then you would say, here, come to this. You want to come to this, event that I'm having, or you want to be a part of this women's ministry or what have you, because you could have men and women on your page. So just to call that out. Now I was looking for other.
How many people do you need to be in a group?
More than you.
So it could be 2 people.
Yes.
But yep. You have to name the group.
Yes. Yep. It has to have some sort of name, because then when you send it to the person, they'll know what group you're referring to. It could be Doris's Ladies, Doris's Divas. Oh, that's cute. You can use that.
That's nice to know.
Yeah. So when you go to your people, it's in the same spot as Insight. It will break it out. See how it calls them my fans? It will break them out by women and men, and then the percentage of the time that demographic is on your page. It will talk about United States, the country. Miss Linda has bigger friends than me, so hers are in Africa. I mean, Miss Dorothy, excuse me, has more, but all my fans are in the United States. And then these are the cities they're in, and then the languages they speak. If I did tell you guys, I'm part Mexican, so I have a lot of Spanish-speaking friends, but their primary language is English. My followers, people who are actually following my page. So out of the followers, you have fans. So I have 278 fans and 280 followers. So a fan is someone who frequents your page. They might not like anything on your page, but they frequent it. And then the people that you've reached, same concept, but you can only really get outside the country or outside your fans if you boost your page. We want to talk about that in just a second. So it actually went to Hungary and Puerto Rico. And I know these two people, so I know it's the only time it went there. Know the story. And then you can go into more detail. So let's talk about posts.
Doretha,
Yes, ma'am.
can you backtrack for a minute? So that's where I was telling them about where you could see the age group, of the people that visit your page.
Mm-hmm. So here's the
in the
age.
male or the number of males and females, and then
Yep.
the age groups that visit your page. I thought that was interesting.
Very. Yep. And so ironically, it's my age group that visits my page the most, because most of them are probably my friends. So kind of worked out. So but then it'll be all over the place depending on what you're posting about. So if you're posting the men's group on your page, it's going to probably be this flipped around. It'll be 86 men and 14% women. But at the same time, I frequent here a lot. I haven't been doing much on my page because I'm doing so many other things right now, but this is a good indicator for me. And then it also helps you when you're trying to boost your page and boost what you are trying to present. So if we go back to the story, and I wanted to give you, to the PowerPoint, I want to tell you the difference between a story and a post. So a post is something that remains on your page until you delete it. It'll go back in your timeline. It'll be there. A story is only a brief description, like a brief thing, only lasts for 24 hours. So think about it as like an advertisement for a sale. The sale's over on Saturday, so it's only going to run Monday through Saturday, and then it's over. But it's only a 24-hour review. And so I'm going to show you both of those in just 1 second. I just wanted to get through this slide so I can show you where these things are once you receive this. Come on. Okay. So if you go in your page, I always go back to the page just to get my bearings. It's a habit. Can't shake. Come on. Maybe. I have the patience of a gnat, so I'll probably click the button 15 times. I'm not sure what is going on with that, but I can show you from here. I'm glad I did screenshots. So if you were going to make a story, come on. So let's talk about boosting the page since it's on that page, since it's on there. So if you're going to boost, you can do two things in your boost. You can either boost a post or you can boost your page. It depends on what you're trying to accomplish in that moment. But to create a story on your profile picture, you just hit the little plus sign, and then it takes you to how to create a story. So you can put a picture, you can put now hear this, we're going to, when the women's conference is coming up, get your tickets now, post, they can come out. Like I said, it's only 24 hours, and as soon as you hit the plus sign, it does it for you. It tells you what to do. It'll tell you if you can add a video to it, you can add a still picture, you can just add words. It's totally up to you. And then on the story, I'm just going to close this because this is not cooperating for me. Oh, come on. Sorry, I'm just waiting for my computer to decide to work. Okay, so in the boost, when you, I'm gonna go to the post first, just to give you the better look at it, and then we'll go back to the page. So when you create a post, it's just like creating a post on your personal page. When you hit the create the post, it gives you options to either post it now or post it on a different day. So you could create 10 posts and have 10 different dates that you're going to release them.
Wow.
So once you go into
ahead of time.
Once you go in, say it one more time.
I say ahead of time.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can.
That's what I was talking about, planning your day, planning your time. This is what I was meaning by that.
Wow.
So
I
under
didn't know
public,
you could schedule it. Wow.
Oh, when I'm really trying to boost things, that's what I use.
Okay.
Sorry.
They'll automatically go on be posted on that day, on that date?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep. It'll give you options for it. I think the problem is this OneDrive that I had the PowerPoint on. I'm going to, I think that is the problem because it's trying to update at the same time that I'm trying to look at it, and that's causing a problem.
So scheduling a post, Doretha, is that something when you go to your Facebook page, and is there something that says schedule a post on there?
No, it just one sec. I'm gonna try to move this really quick to my desktop versus being in here.
Okay.
Just give up on that. And I don't need that to talk, so let's just do without it. So I think it's competing for the space.
Doretha, can you schedule a story also for a future date?
I have not tried to do that yet because a story, like I was saying, is only a temporary thing.
Okay.
And a story is more like a blast. You ever hear like a pop-up shop or an email blast? That's what a story is like.
Okay, like
a story is like just a quick, quick hitter. That's what the problem is. A quick just, hey, this is where we are. Anybody needs something.
Yep.
And I'm going to go here. I'm just gonna have to use my tiny screen. Sorry. I have to fix that later. Yeah, I know. All right. So let me share my screen again. go back. You guys can see your pretty faces. Not Facebook.
What if you spend 2 weeks and you don't check your Facebook?
What'd you say?
What if you spend 2 weeks without checking your Facebook?
You probably gonna miss a couple things.
Then that's not a fan page, right?
That's not something you should strive for.
No. Yeah, I'm trying to do Facebook less and less.
But if you're making a fan page, you really don't want to do it less
Yeah.
and less.
So I don't, of course, I won't do a fans page for now.
Or even if you do a group, because they might message you a question, and then you want to respond back in a timely fashion, because
well, that's different. Like we have a group from the community team, and I check that, but I say something personal would be.
Oh yes, if it's your personal page, yeah, go for it. So if I go to publishing tools on my page, then it starts to give me the options. So it'll say create a post. And then I can put whatever I want in my post. I can add a video here. I can add a photo here, a video here, and whatever you type in this spot for the post, will appear on the other side as soon as it catches up.
Okay, I have a question. And if I interview somebody in the community, and can I post that, my interview?
Yes, you can. It will have to be in a format that is acceptable for Facebook.
Okay. Do they have any guidelines for that?
They don't have any guidelines. Well, they do, but they have the music, things like that. So you don't any music that's not, you don't have copyrights to, things like that in your post, or I'm sponsoring Kool-Aid today, things
So
like
if
that.
if I interview somebody like has a business and I want to ask things about the business, do I have to pay?
Nope. Nope.
You cannot do that?
No, you can. That's totally fine to do.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So you see I typed it here, and so you click on you can either publish it right now, or you do the down arrow and schedule post.
Okay.
And then it tells me, so if I looked at my algorithm of my analytics, it told me that on Wednesdays between 5 and 7, my page is viewed the most. So that's when I would schedule this to post. So I would put the date and I can put the time. And then I would say schedule. And so on that day, at that time, this post will release by itself without me doing anything.
Now, is this on your fan page, or is this on the regular Facebook page?
This is on my fan page. You can't do this on your personal page.
Oh, okay. So on the fan page. Okay.
Yes. Yep. And then that will take you to, where you want to be. So let's pretend that I wanted to boost this also. So if I hit boost, it's going to give me options. So you see this other screen that popped up. So I can preview what it's going to look like here, but it will ask you who your demographic is. So you can change your age range if you want. And then you can also say to whom you want the audience to be. So people who like my page, people who like my page and their friends, people in my local area, because you already you're in Grand Rapids when you built your page. And then, or wherever city you live in, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insinuate that. Or just your city. Or you can create a total new audience. I'm gonna suggest you not, because Facebook does a really good job of picking the audience that will give you the biggest bang for your buck. So then it talks about how long you want this to run. So you can do this by two ways. You can do it by money, or you can do it by days. So when you boost, you can say, I want to spend $80. And it will start to tell you it'll be this many people, 880 to 2,500 people per day you can reach if you spend $80.
Wow.
And then it tells you it's $16 a day, and it'll run for 5 days. Or you could say, I want to run this for 1 day. And it's going to tell you should increase your duration because you'll get better results. So then put it for 4 days.
Do they have a list of what things you have to pay for?
The only thing you have to pay for on Facebook is boosting. On the page is boosting.
Boosting.
Yes. So boosting is not the slang term of boosting. Boosting is basically putting your page out there, making it a commercial almost.
Selling something, right?
Yes. Not so much selling something. You could just be having people come to your page. So you can either boost your page, or you can boost your a group on your page. You can boost a post. So we're having, we're going all virtual for all of our women's group starting this day. You can make the post and then boost the post.
So you could share the gospel like that?
I'm sorry?
You could share the gospel like that, right?
You sure could, sir.
Oh yeah. Right.
Sure could. Yep.
And we like I have a community, I work in the community, and we have a team. Mm-hmm. And we are getting to know all the businesses of the small neighborhood. It's not a big neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So I'm planning to just go to every business and interview one person and say, how long have you been in the neighborhood? What's the name of your place? But mm-hmm. not to sell, just to get information about, do I have to pay for that?
No. If you're going to physically go there and do that, and then, cause you're getting the okay from that owner, you won't have to do anything special.
Okay. But everybody can see that, right? Everybody who comes to my page.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So the video, like I know a couple of churches that do their Facebook Live videos for their worship services. Mm-hmm. And I've known some that have boosted that worship service.
Yes.
And people have started like really watching it. I mean, I don't know how much money they spent, but they were surprised when they had like about 10,000 people that looked at it. And people actually started sending fun. The ones that liked it were donating to their church. Mm-hmm. So, and it went like all over the country. So spreading the gospel is a great way to do that, to boost it. And you can get people all over the world if you boost it. So that I love that idea.
Yep. And when you boost, they will send you little gifts, so that it'll say, okay, if you boost today, if you boost between November, I don't know what the date is, November 7th through November 10th, you get $20 off. And they'll constantly send you little promos to help you continue to boost.
Yeah, because they sent me like $5 and said, well, okay, you can boost your fan page, but I haven't did it yet because they're trying to get me to boost it, and I just haven't did that yet. They said that I can have 5.
And they usually do it when
Yeah.
they usually do it when they don't see you getting more likes, like your likes aren't at the same pace that they were, or people liking your page, visiting your page. They'll usually send you a boost and say, hey, you should probably boost this post from last week. It only got 2 likes.
Okay.
Or, hey, you should boost your page. No one's liked it in a week. It'll literally say that. Like, hey, you should boost your page. Or if you make a post and forget to boost it, it'll say, hey, this video, this whatever, got 5 likes. You should probably boost it. Try boosting it. And it'll give you suggestions, how much you should spend, how long you should do it for. And then it'll remind you too, Miss Doris, you might like this. It'll say, hey, you haven't posted anything in 5 days or 10 days.
Yeah, I get those.
Engage your audience. So it's like that.
When you boost, can you boost to a specific list of people, or is it always just to the general public?
I've never tried to do it to a list of people, but the people that like your page is the biggest, I don't want to say bang for your buck, but if you create an audience, you could put in the names of the people right here. But I'm gonna suggest you put in. You know what? I'm sorry, I'm lying. You can't. This is the name of this boost. So let's say I'm gonna call it women's group, and I'm gonna select all women, and from ages, I don't know, 31.
Okay, so you can select the demographic then?
Yes. Yeah.
A demographic group?
Yep.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah. But this doesn't really give you the best options because you are narrowing it. Right. You know, my granddaughter could see this and say, hey, she does it all the time and say, hey, Lala, did you see this? They have a new sewing class coming up. And so we sew together. So she'll tell me about it. I don't even know about the page, and she'll tell me about it all the time. But I'll tell you right here what your audience will be because you decreased it. You defined it, excuse me. It will tell you how good you're going to be. So specific, okay, read the word, and broad. So the more specific you are, the smaller the group of people you're going to capture. So you want this little thing to be green or yellow because then you're going to capture more people.
And then it said potential audience 88,000. Is that something it puts in there? Wow.
Yes. Yep. And so it did give us that over here too. When we were going with 3,100 people a day for our potential, ours was going to be bigger. So ours was it was be 1,100 to 3,100 per day with a total of 230,000.
Wow.
So ours was bigger. See how it if you go in there and narrow it down, it doesn't reach as many people.
Right. Wow.
And then you have to put a card in here.
I have a question. When you're doing this, like again, this is only from your fan page, correct? That you created.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it's a thing of where, and again, the denomination amount, what you want to spend, and and how it would be reached. I think this is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome.
And that's not much money. That's not a whole lot of money to reach.
No, for a whole week, for 4 days.
Yeah, that's
and I'm reaching this many people.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I think this is what a lot of people, like you just said, with us being new to this and new to getting the ministry out or whatever we're getting ready to do. Like I got a prayer that's going to be on tonight from 8 to 10. I create a fan page so then I could put my flyer on here, pick how much I want to spend, and then voila.
Yes, ma'am.
All right now. All right.
See you.
I know this is good, isn't it? I really like this. I like that I can schedule, since I don't do consistent posts on my Bible for Communicate. Now I can just take a day and do as many posts as I want and schedule them and knowing they'll go out. I love it. Thank you for that.
Yes, yes.
I love that. Yeah.
Scheduling is everything.
Cancel this because I don't want to use my boost right now.
Got you. Got you.
I might spend a little money on the boost.
Yes, it honestly, I found value in it.
Wow.
So then you would see that right on your page. So your fans won't see this, but you would. So you would just see everything that you've done here, and it actually tells you how reach people nearby. So it gives you all these tools to try and get what you need. If you started a post and forgot, see how it says I have one here that I started, that one we did, is there, but I didn't put a date on it and it's still in my drafts. So you could start, like, get your ideas. Maybe you have some ideas of posts you want. You can just jot them all down on here and then go to your drafts and decide when you want to finish them and release them.
That is awesome. That's good. I need that for me. I really do.
Miss Charlene, when you were talking about your event, you go here, you can put your flyer, and then just go for it, and then boost you get it.
That's what's up. That's good. That's
so you
really
can put a flyer in there too.
Yeah, in the event.
This is great. This is great.
Yep. It will be a photo, so it has to be either a PDF or a JPEG.
Okay.
And then and then upload your photo.
Cool.
So
perfect.
Pick it. Yep.
That's good. Wow. Okay.
So is that your own photos, or you can get options in with the Facebook?
No, there's no stock options for those. It will be your photos.
My photos, okay.
Yep. So when you click photo or video, it automatically goes to your drive on your computer.
Okay.
Great.
I'm trying to think. We talked about securing your account. That was another thing. So I forgot the gentleman's name who talked about his 4 friends. And he had a reason behind that because he had been so many times. And here's the thing. When you make your personal page, it's just as important as your fan page. And you want to make sure that your password is not, and I'm saying this because I had to get my parents on this, a birth date of one of your children, your grandchildren, a phone number of one of them. You want it to be something that if I have a conversation with you for 10 minutes, I couldn't figure out that you have 4 grandkids, this is the birth dates, I will be able to figure that out. It can be a phrase, but a phrase that you don't share. If you always say to somebody, "How are you?" Don't use that as your password. Think of something that is only you can figure out in a punch. Don't make it so difficult that you can't remember it.
Right.
Then you have to reset it.
Write it down.
Write it down, but don't write it down in a place where it's easily viewed. You put it in the John 3:16 in your Bible. Nobody's going to search the whole Bible. I hope they wouldn't to steal it. But at the same time, it's something that's secure to you, something that you have unique for this. Think about the way you do your banking. Your bank code is not 5555 or 12345 because that you're just asking for it. So think about it that way. Think about it as being as secure because this portrays the picture of you, how you portray yourself, because someone could hack it and put whatever post they wanted to.
Yeah.
So funny story. My brother is much younger than me. And his friends used to hack each other's accounts.
What?
It was a game. So all of them went to school for basically hacking. When they went to college, that's what they went to school for. Coding and just getting. So hackers come from that line of work. So the government will hire hackers to
Yep.
try to break in. That's like the job. So they would practice on each other, try and break into each other's accounts. And I was like, what are you doing? I'm like, why is there a post of you in a dress? His friend photoshopped him into a dress and posted on the page. It's hilarious.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, oh my gosh. So you'd be amazed what people try to do. Just like Zoom had to put a password on there now.
Right.
And people join. But at the same time, think about it that way. That's where you can protect yourself. If you think you've been hacked, you can post on your page, your personal page, don't accept any friend requests from me. And in the PowerPoint, I have a link for you to go to so that you can report if you have been hacked. So Facebook has a message center that you can say, hey, I've been hacked. This may have happened. There's also another link in there for your settings, to change your settings so that you can say, I only log on with my Android and this computer. And anytime somebody other, anytime this happens from not these two spots, notify me. And I'm looking for it, sorry. It is on the link, it's on the PowerPoint, and it takes you right to the spot on your page. I'm not finding off the top of my head. It's so easy to.
I got a question. I got a quick question, Aretha, just real quick, because of the fact when you were talked about the music. So, it's people that play music and then they'll put, I don't own the rights to this music. Is that good enough to say that when you're using the song, you can say that? Okay.
Yep.
Because I know I know sometimes you can purchase those copyrights to be able to use the music, but now just writing that at the end, that protects you?
That is what I read on their help page.
Okay.
If you put in, if you identify the distinction between you and whatever is on your page, or wherever you're on your page, is enough to keep you from getting in trouble.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yep. I think I saw Pastor Lanier join us.
Yep, he did.
And Pastor D, I had some technical difficulties, so we are just wrapping up, and I was not able to go through the PowerPoint like we originally planned. So thank goodness I had printed it out. Usually I don't do paper. So we're at the break portion and the Zoom portion. So you guys tell me, me and Pastor Lanier, what you would like to do. Would you like to go for a break, or would you like to continue on?
Oh, let's take a break.
And then somebody asked about the PowerPoint, which Doretha, you'll be sending that to me, and then I can send it to everybody, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think a little break would be good.
Okay.
So tell us how long, and we can go.
How long?
Let's do 5 minutes. I have 7:47 on my
5 minutes.
Yes, Doris. We talked for 10 when Doretha was having technical difficulties. 15, so we had a good break in the beginning.
Okay, it's 5 minutes then. Okay.
So everybody come back. What time, Dallas?
7:53.
Okay. We'll see you guys in a minute.
Okay.
Wait, let me see. Somebody wrote something. Oh, okay. That's okay. I already answered it. Oh, okay. Charlene has to go because she has her meeting that she's doing. But she got some good information on Facebook. So everybody remember to come back. So I'll see you all in a minute. I'm going to put some music on. Yeah, I'll play some music. Let's see.
Okay.
Cool. He's my
Once you get 3 of them? Yeah. Okay. YouTube briefly. But good evening, everyone. Excuse my tardiness, please. Today is my daughter's birthday, and thanks to Dorothy's great recommendation, we actually just did a Zoom birthday party for her. And so we were doing that right at 7:30. Just did a quick little happy birthday song. So, but again, I know you were in good hands. So tonight with Zoom, we're going to talk about a couple of things. Dorothy said there were some more questions about virtual backgrounds and about breakout rooms. And then there may be time for 1 or 2 more things after that. So what I have done is I've just spotlighted myself. And I think we talked about that, but then that makes me the central, I'm kind of like the panelist. I'm on stage now, so I should be centered, you know, it should just be me and probably the PowerPoint on your screen right now. So to do virtual backgrounds, I think you all know what that means, but you know, to have a virtual image behind you, let me just see who all is in here. Okay, so like Linda has a virtual, I don't think that's your real background, is it, Linda? You're muted.
No, it's actually the lower level of the seminary building.
Oh, okay.
It's a picture.
Yeah, so they must have done some renovations since I last saw it.
Right. The foundation actually paid for those renovations in March or February, and then everything was shut down. So most have not seen it except the few students that are on campus now.
Wow, that looks awesome. I can't wait to get in there to see it. Yeah. So that's a virtual background. So that's a way to, you know, have some privacy with your space. So it could just be a matter of there's junk behind you and you don't want people to see it, or there may be people moving around behind you, or just not the ideal background, and you want to, you know, improve that. So here are a few steps on how to do that. So the first thing you want to do is you want to save the picture or pictures that you would like to use. Save those pictures on your computer in a place that's easy to find. So most of us have a folder within our, Windows that's called Pictures. You might just save it there. You could create a folder inside of your picture folder called Virtual Backgrounds. And then some people use different backgrounds for different meetings. So if I have a meeting with my nonprofit, Project Green, I'll often put our logo behind me. Or, if you have a personal meeting with friends, family, you might do something fun and meaningful for them. And then a more professional meeting, you can do something like what Linda has done. There's all kinds of, good options. You could actually even include a video as your virtual background, but that's certainly, I would say, much more casual, and because that can be distracting during a business meeting. So you want to save it in a place that's easy to find. And like I said, you can use a personal picture, something of your own, or one that you've taken yourself. Or you could actually search virtual backgrounds for Zoom, or just virtual backgrounds on Google or some other search engine like Bing or what have you, Yahoo, and you'll get all kinds of images that you can use. So you'll then save that to your computer in that place, wherever you're going to save it. And then I'll talk you through how to go and get that picture and save it for your virtual background. Now, I put a little note in this box here. This is directly from Zoom. It's telling you the specifications of the picture that you'll be using. So it has to be either a JPEG or a PNG, right? So JPEG or JPNG, and a little bit more specifications about the size of it. The maximum image size is 15 megabytes. So again, if you search back,
You froze, Dallas. I'm not.
It'll probably be small enough for you to use.
You
If
just
run into some
froze.
issues,
You
I'm
just
sorry, go
froze.
ahead.
You froze, and we kind of missed what you were saying.
I see that. I'm sorry. I was saying if you take a picture with your phone, it will probably be small enough for you to use. I'm going to turn off my video, my camera, because sometimes that helps with my my internet connection. Can you all still hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. So if you search for virtual backgrounds for Zoom, the picture will probably be small enough. Or if you take a picture with your phone, it will probably be small enough as well. If you have some issues with that, let us know. We'll be happy to help you individually. All right, so then on the next slide, so there are a couple of ways for you to add virtual backgrounds to your Zoom account. This way, if you actually sign into your Zoom account, going to zoom.us on your web browser up here, and then you'll see this menu over to your left, and down about midway here is where it says in meeting. So you know what, I think I might have skipped a step here. So you want to click settings and then go to in meeting. So let me pull that up on my screen. Sorry about that. One moment. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. my other screen. Okay, so now you should see my Zoom screen here. Then over to the left under personal, you see these 5 options, and this 5th one is settings. So I click on settings, and then, oh, now it's telling me to sign back in. One moment. Okay, thank you for that reminder, Linda. Linda said her Mac Air computer does not have the power to do virtual backgrounds unless she actually has a green screen. And so some others on here may have that same issue. Thank you for that reminder. There are some Macs, depending on the version, that will allow you and others that won't. So now here under settings, you click on in meeting advanced. It'll take you to some of these advanced settings. You scroll down a little bit and you'll see virtual background.
And Dallas, can I just add to that? Sometimes it depends on the size of your operating system too, on your computer. So, and then it'll tell you too that your computer may not be compatible for the virtual screen if it's not at a certain is not a certain size of operating system. But it'll let you know. It'll say your computer needs to be 10.14 or whatever. It'll let you know.
Okay, yep. And then, as you all might see the note from Linda, she also made a note that the MacBook Pro doesn't have a problem. So you can do virtual backgrounds in MacBook Pro.
I have a question. So do I have to have a Zoom account in order to have this background thing?
Yes.
Or can I do it right now in my chatting with you? I mean.
Yeah, that's a great question. No, you should not have to have a Zoom account. You should be able to do it right in this meeting. And I'm going to show you how to do that too.
Yeah,
so,
I can't wait.
Well, it's coming right. So let me go back to this one. It's actually easy. It's probably easier to do it the way that you're asking about, Doris, but I still just wanted to show everyone this.
Okay.
So if you go to virtual background, you click on manage virtual background, and then it'll take, well, just a minute, Doris, let me finish this and then we'll get to how to do it while you're in the meeting.
Okay.
So then after you click on that, it'll bring up this window where it says upload image. And that's where you click choose files. And then you'll need to navigate to wherever you save that picture on your computer. And then you'll click on that picture, click on the picture that you want to use, and then click open.
I'm not looking at the picture now.
Are you seeing, what are you all seeing on the screen right now?
Just the upload image.
Okay.
I'm seeing your PowerPoint that says virtual backgrounds and
right.
Yeah. So I'm just walking through this PowerPoint right now. Doris, give me a second and then we'll talk through.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. I'm just following what you say.
Okay.
You told me that I have to go somewhere, so I have to wait for you to explain.
Yeah, so this is how you would upload these virtual backgrounds using your web browser. So if you go, when you sign into Zoom on the web browser, you can change a lot more of your settings. So I'm just showing you how to save some of those pictures there. So then once you click open, the picture will be saved to Zoom, and then you'll click done. So now I took some screenshots of me adding a virtual background within the Zoom meeting. So Doris, this addresses your question here. So during the meeting, if you want to change and use a virtual background, the first thing you do is you click the up arrow that's right next to the stop video icon. Now this is assuming that you're on a computer. So you click that up arrow, and then you click choose virtual background.
Okay.
And Dallas, can I just add some real quick? And I'm just asking too to make sure. So you as the person, this is either is this your Zoom account, Doretha, or is this your Zoom account, Dallas?
This is mine.
Okay, so you as the owner of this Zoom account, wouldn't you have to, in your setting, would have to have that selected that you will allow participants to use the virtual background?
Yes, well, okay, so the one that we're using tonight is yours, Dorothy. So
would I would have to have that in my settings then, I guess, right?
I'm actually not sure. I don't think that you can control that. I think that each user can decide whether or not they want to use virtual backgrounds, because that's a privacy thing for each individual user. So, you know.
Okay, I just thought that in the setting, okay, yeah, this is mine, isn't it? But yeah, so I just thought that in my settings, I saw in there where I could select if I wanted the participants to be able to use a virtual background if they're in my meeting.
Now, I think you may be thinking about sharing screen, so you can determine whether or not the participant can share a screen.
Yeah, but not the virtual backgrounds. That's
right.
Individual. Okay, then I must have been thinking about something different.
So, is there a reason why my computer does not accept the background?
Well, I saw yours, Doris.
Yeah, but you see, it doesn't.
Yeah. So
how do I do that? How do I clean up that?
You probably need a green screen.
Going too fast, Doris. You're getting ahead of us. You got to slow down. You're too good with this.
She might need a green screen if it's not showing right.
Right. Yeah. So I'm going to show you. So if you click, after you click on choose virtual background, then it'll take you to this screen. And this is where you select the picture that you prefer. And that's what Doris already did. But down here, if you see this, Doris, where it says, I have a green screen.
Okay.
You want to make sure that that is not checked for you.
Okay.
And then try it again.
It says computer doesn't meet requirements.
Okay, so then your computer, what kind of, do you have a Mac computer?
I have a Lenovo.
Okay. Yeah, so then that's just simply telling us that your computer won't allow you to do it. You'd have to have, I don't know what the specifications are.
Can I do it on my phone, on my iPhone?
Yes, you can. Yes, and I'm going to actually show you how to do that as well. Okay, so then, you know, if you click on that whatever image you prefer. Okay, so then it adds that image to your virtual background. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually change mine to that bookcase that you all see there. And you won't be able to see me do it, but I don't even have my camera on, so you can't see me at all. So now you can.
Mm-hmm.
So I just changed it to that bookcase that you saw saved.
Oh, that's this bookcase. That's not the one that's back here.
I can change it to whatever else. This is a picture I took a few weeks ago during the summertime. We were outside playing, my son and I, and the sun was setting. It's just beautiful clouds. This is, my church logo. This is actually our living room in our house. I took that picture specifically to use as a virtual background. So, you can use all kinds of things. This is a video that most of us should already have this available to us in Zoom. So you see that virtual background. It's nice, but like I said, it's a little distracting if it's a professional.
Oh yeah, with the water moving.
Yep.
Leaves a little bit. Water's down here.
This is one of my favorites, though. It's just, it's got some nice color in the background, but it's kind of subtle. It's not distracting, and nice and clean. But that's just my personality. I'm not saying that everybody should choose the same sort of thing. All right, so so we'll get to how to do it on your phone in just a minute. But I wanted to show you these other two slides or other couple of slides about a breakout room. Before I do that, let me see if you have other questions. Anybody have any questions then about the virtual background and how to use that on your computer? Has everyone done a virtual background before? Or have you tried to do one?
I have.
Okay.
Dallas.
Yeah.
So I was following what you were saying just then, and I went into the, you know, that up arrow to go for the virtual background. I pulled up the thing, but I don't have any pictures downloaded from anywhere, anything to pull on it. How do I put pictures up there?
There's pictures on there.
Great question. So there should already be a few pictures there, Eddie, that Zoom puts in there for you. So so when you click on that arrow and you click on virtual backgrounds, or choose virtual background, you should see there. Let's see, there's like the Golden Gate Bridge.
If you have a green screen, it doesn't support.
I'm gonna leave the meeting from my computer to use my phone.
Okay, that's fine, Doris.
I didn't check it, but if I check it,
if you don't see any, Eddie.
Yeah.
If you don't see any, then you have to click add image. So if you go back, you got to mute one of your devices, Doris. Let me see.
I already closed my
you got it. You got it. Okay. So Eddie, if you look on the share screen, you see over here this little arrow right here.
Just a minute.
He have to save some picture. He doesn't have any pictures saved to put on his computer yet.
Okay.
Is that what the problem is? I didn't save no pictures on here.
Yeah, you got to download the pictures and save them on your computer, and then put them in your Zoom and then add them with that what Dallas is showing you. So I'll help you with it, babe.
I can do that.
Okay.
All right, I'll figure it out.
Good.
Thank you.
All right, so Dorothy will help you with that. Good.
At least I know where to go. Yeah. What is another question? It's got a little spot at the bottom of mine. One has got a check mark that says I have a green screen, and the other one say mirror my video. What does the mirror my video mean?
So mirror my video will flip. It will flip your image. So I'll do mine and look at the letters on my shirt, and you will see that they will turn backwards.
Like a mirror image.
Like a mirror image.
If
so
looking in the mirror.
You see it now? You see that my letters are backwards?
Yeah. Okay, so I see if I check the mirror image in mine, okay, it just made me look a little different. Okay, it made me look from a different side. Oh, okay.
Right. Yep. So when it's not checked, if you move your body to the right, your head will go to the left on your screen. Move to the side. You just move back. There you go. There you go.
Let us see.
And then when you mirror my video,
should it be checked or should it not be checked?
It's up to you.
Up to you.
It should be checked. I look better with it checked. Thank you. I've
there you
never
go.
seen that before.
Yeah, it's really up to you. You know, for me, it depends. Like I said, with me having something printed on my shirt, then I don't have mine checked so that you can see that clearly. It has nothing to do with what I'm presenting tonight, but you know, that's the only thing that I'm usually conscious of in choosing whether or not to have it mirrored.
Okay, good. This gave me something else to play around with. I like that. Let me go back to mute.
All right, good. Okay, so let me go to these next two slides. So breakout rooms was another one that Dorothy said there were still some questions about. So breakout rooms, We talked about that, you know, 2 sessions ago. This just allows you to create, if you're doing this for your church, you can create a prayer breakout room and create a sort of, if you're having business meetings and you've got different committees, you can have a committee breakout room. If you're doing Bible study, you know, we'll do discussion groups for 5 minutes at a time or what have you, just like we do in our normal sessions. And so we create these breakout rooms. So the first thing you want to, so you have to be, you can only do this if you are the host. So you all won't see this option on your screen right now, but if you look at the slide that I'm sharing, let me see. If you look at the slide that I'm sharing, you see right here where it says breakout rooms.
Breakout rooms.
So if you click on that, then it brings up this window that you all are currently seeing, and the default is just one room, and it allows you to assign people automatically. So then that way, if you're just doing like a random selection, if you've got 100 people and you know you're going to create 10 rooms and you want 10 people per room, doesn't matter to you who goes where, then you would just create 10 rooms. You say assign automatically, and then when you click on create, it will randomly assign. Zoom will randomly assign 10 people per room. Or if you want to be more specific, again, if it's committees or you know, if you want to put people in rooms by, well, like I said, even if you want to allow people to self-select. So if it's a you know, join the church breakout room, then you could click assign manually and let participants choose the room, and then click create. And then when you go to the next screen, this is what will come up. So however many rooms you ask Zoom to create, you'll see that number of rooms listed here. You have to hover over this section. When you first bring it up, you don't see this rename and delete. You have to hover over that to be able to rename it. I wish they would make that a little bit more user friendly. But then, you know, you can rename it and call that, you know, fellowship room or green room or prayer room. Sometimes we'll do like we'll do like a green room before a big meeting. And so then all of the planners of the meeting will go into that green room and discuss, you know, logistics without having everybody in that room. And then when you click assign, then whoever's, you know, all of the participants' names will show up right here in a list, and you can click on their names and indicate who do you want to be assigned to that particular room. And then you click open all rooms, and then each of you would see something pop up on your screen that says, you know, it'll invite you to join a breakout room. So it's you know, it's a little difficult to understand how all of that works without being the host. So I would just encourage you, you know, if you don't have your own Zoom account, to at least create a free one, so that you can play with some of these features. I think that was all I was going to say about the breakout room. So any questions about that? And then we're going to get into using Zoom on your mobile device. We got about 8 minutes left.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna just fast forward here. I got 2 videos that I want to show you. They're both YouTube, and I'm doing it intentionally on YouTube because I want you to know that that's a resource for you for how you can learn to use these features on your own. There's so many more features that, you know, we won't have time to get to during these sessions. But if you think about it yourself, or if you've heard about it, you've seen somebody else use it, and you want to learn more about it, I would just encourage you to search on YouTube whatever it is, just, in your own words, more than likely, YouTube will help you to figure it out. And so I literally typed this in here, how to see everyone on Zoom for iPhone. And that's exactly what came up. And then there were plenty more videos that I could have selected, but this one's just a minute. So I'm going to show this one first because it's shorter. The other one's a little bit longer and it gets to some of the other issues. So let me show you this one real quick.
How to see more people on Zoom for iPhone. If you have multiple participants in your Zoom meeting, you will probably want to see all of them. If you wish to see all people that participate in a meeting, tap on the screen. You can tap on the participant button to see a full list of participants. This list will include only the name of the participant. On Zoom for iPhone, you can only see 4 people webcams at a time. So if you are on this screen, just swipe from the right to left. You will see here 4 new people. On the bottom of the screen, there are some dots. The one dot, which is whiter, represents the page you are in. How we can see, we have one more page of participants. If you swipe again from right to left, you will see the remaining persons. To get back, just swipe from the left to right. You can swipe from left to right until you get to the speaker's view screen. Now, you saw more people on Zoom for iPhone. If this was useful, please like, share, and subscribe also.
All right, so hopefully that was helpful. I know that is a question that we hear a lot is, how do I see more people? So it's just a matter of swiping. This is another video that I searched, how to use Zoom on iPhone. And there were plenty of them that came up. This one is about just over 5 minutes. So let's watch this one.
App version for Mac and PC. You could get that at zoom.us, and I have a different video about that. I'll put that in the link in the description below this video. But the Zoom iOS and Android app you could just get in the Apple or Google Play Store by just searching the words. I'm going to show you how to join a meeting. That's pretty straightforward, but I really want to show you how to host a meeting and all the different features that video sharing and the file sharing options have inside of the Zoom. If you're part of the meeting that you're joining or you're hosting your own meeting. So again, look for Zoom. It's called Zoom Cloud Meetings here, and download the app. And on the homepage of the app, you could go ahead and join a meeting. That's just by pressing join. And you need a meeting ID. Now, the organizer of the meeting should have emailed you or sent you that already. So you need to go ahead and type that in under meeting ID or from a personal link name. You need those two. And then you need to rename your name here. If it's set up like mine is, you could just change it to your name here and then press return. And then you could, on the bottom, join with audio or with video, or you could have both of them turned off. So if you're just listening in and you don't want to contribute to the meeting, or you don't have to contribute, you could go ahead and turn those off. It's that simple to join a meeting, but let's go ahead and sign up because we're going to host our own meeting. So now you either press sign up if you don't have a Zoom account, and if you have one on the desktop at zoom.us, you could go ahead and sign in. It's pretty much the same process after that. So I'll just go ahead and sign in since I already signed up on the website. And I'm going to give it some access here to my phone's calendar and to send me notifications. And now this is the home page of the app. So let me show you the most useful options here. On top, you could set up a new meeting. You could join an existing meeting, the same thing we had on the home page of the app. You could schedule a meeting or share your screen. So let's go over one of these right now. Let's press new meeting. That's the thing we want to do first. We want to do it with video on. And do we want to use a personal meeting ID? In this case, I'm going to keep it off. I'm going to say start a meeting. And I have to give it access to my camera here. So I'm going to press OK and my microphone. And at this point, if you look on top here, you have your meeting ID, the room number here, and the password. You do have to share that with other people in order for them to join this meeting. And the first thing you'll need to do is you need to invite some people here. So I'm going to press participants on the bottom of the page here. And I'm the host here, and I'm going to go ahead and invite people. Press invite. And these are all the different options you have for inviting people. You could send them email, a message. You could invite them from your contact list if they're You could go ahead and stop video. Now they could still hear you, but they can't see your video here. So that's the video option here. Then you could also press share content. If you press that, look at all these different options you have for sharing content, from using Dropbox to Microsoft OneDrive to website URL to sharing your screen and photos. All these options are available. So if I was to share a photo, I could just go ahead and give it access to my photos and it will send it that way. And there's this really interesting options that most people don't utilize, but if you press the more option, the three dots here, let me go ahead and press that. There's a virtual background option. So as you can see, I could have a virtual background here, and I could also add my photos here. If I was demonstrating something that was related to that, I could go ahead and do that. Let me remove this and let me close this page. And let me go ahead and end this call to show you some of the other options. This is basically everything you need to know here. But what's important is that meeting ID you have on top and the password that you'll have to share with other participants via messages or email for them to join you here. And again, on top, you have the join up.
Okay, so in the interest of time, I'm going to stop that there. And Doris, did you see that where he showed you how to do the virtual background on your phone?
I couldn't understand him because his voice was not sounding well.
Oh, okay. Was that true for everyone?
Okay, I have a question. How do I get a free personal account on Zoom?
Sure. Yep. So you go to, I'll bring it up on the screen, but let me just ask, could everyone else hear him clearly or no?
Yes.
He froze.
Okay.
But I heard him.
Yeah,
Okay.
I thought it was pretty good. It was legible.
Okay. All right. So I'll include these links in the PowerPoint so you all can watch these on your own as well.
Okay.
So let me go to, so if you go.
His voice was being cut. I don't know why.
Okay. Yep. I'll send it. You'll be able to watch it. So if you go to zoom.us on your, well, you can do it on your computer or you can do it on your phone, whichever. And then you see sorry about that noise, but right here, if I'm on my computer, I see this orange button where it says sign up, it's free. And you click that. And if your computer is working, it will, so then it's going to ask you, it's going to walk you through how to sign up. So you got to give your date of birth and some more personal information, and then you'll have your free Zoom account. Okay. Now with the free account, if you're doing a one-on-one meeting, I think you can have an unlimited amount of time. But if you have more than one person, more than one other person, so if it's 3 or more, your meeting is limited to 40 minutes on the free account. So just be conscious of that if you're scheduling a meeting using your free account.
Okay. So I understand that if it's a group, a meeting, they limit do they limit it for an hour or half an hour or what?
For 40 minutes.
Okay, I'm on a call.
40 minutes?
Oh, this is like I hear someone else's voice.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm on a call.
Were you?
So good. Other questions? It's 8:31. I just want to be respectful of your time, but are there other questions? So tonight we were supposed to also get to YouTube, but we kind of thought that probably wasn't as important as taking a deeper dive into Facebook and reviewing some of these things in Zoom. If you're interested in YouTube, again, we can meet with you one-on-one, or on the 19th, we may have a few minutes to at least show you how to create a YouTube account if you're interested in using that for your church or personally.
Can I just ask everybody, is anybody really interested in learning about YouTube?
Yeah. Why not?
I was.
Okay, so we do have our last technology session on the 19th. I'll send you an email so then they can incorporate something about YouTube, because they're going to be talking about various platforms, you know, to use. So YouTube can be in part of that as well. So I'll be letting you guys know. So just keep that date in mind, the 19th, and of course, Dallas and Doretha are available if you guys want a one-on-one. But this one is recorded. So whoever wants a copy, send me an email. And then Doretha and Dallas will send me the PowerPoints and the links to these videos he just showed, and I'll get them out to you.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you all for coming. So this was good tonight, as always.
Yeah, it was good.
Very good. Very informative. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye, Doris. Love you.
Me too. Love you all. Bye.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Dallas and Doretha.
Thank you, Dallas.